Today is the wet dress rehearsal day. I'm in my garage right now because I haven't actually finished the pad yet. I know I'm still a little behind. I don't have a countdown right now, but because it was a little last minute, so I'm gonna keep an eye on count down till 4:30. Alright, so that's our timer. So I have to. So we're at 26 minutes. I'm not gonna pull back out the table again today. It's not already out, is it? No, I don't think so. I don't think it's already out. But yeah, so today we're just gonna be doing a wet dress rehearsal. So we're gonna be running through the entire count. If you're wondering what I'm gonna be doing with the pad, so considering the fact that I won't be using Follow Your Dreams after this launch, I'm going to basically just solder the pad into place. If you saw the deluge test yesterday, that stream on X, unfortunately, the water pressure was a little bit low coming out of the actual thing because of the fact that these aren't connected. So that's what I'm doing now, just considering the fact that I'm never going to be using this pad again. Nor am I going to be using this design ever again. Well, the deluge system design at least. I'll be using like a similar sort of design for the pad, but I will not be using this design of deluge system again. So that's what I'm doing at the current moment, is I'm just kind of soldering everything together with heat to just make sure that this deluge system has as much pressure as I can get out of it. So it does come out of both sides. So I'm going to be trying to get as much with this deluge system closed up as possible. There is a possibility that it's still going to leak a little bit, but a little bit of leaking is fine. I just don't want that like consistent stream that I had before. So yeah, I have most of it ready. I promise that I will bring this out and put it on the pad soon. I do just need to get everything together so that I can be ready for this. Which, in hindsight, I shouldn't have done this earlier, but you know what? It is quite alright. It's just a wet dress rehearsal. I mean, I say just, like it's like not a big deal, but it's whatever at this point. This isn't going to be too exciting of a stream, but hopefully I can get some stuff done and some things figured out and worked on. So, yeah. So I'm gonna also go over the flight profile in this. I'm gonna go over it more on my website. Like, I'm gonna publish it on my website too, but I'm also gonna talk about it here. So basically what's gonna happen is it's gonna be a very similar timeline to what it's been. I'm gonna try and use the alarm again this time. No guarantees though. I'm just gonna say that there's no guarantees that alarm, I will get to that alarm, but we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Oh, hello. First spider of the season. Nice. Okay. But yeah, so I'm just gonna be finishing up this pad. So it's gonna be a similar timeline. The flight profile is literally, it's gonna go up and, well, it will hopefully go up and will go down. I will be, how do I word this? I'm going to be bringing out the ship at T-minus 15 minutes. Not the T-minus like 1 hour like I've been doing before. You can kind of see my breath. I don't even know why. It's not even that cold. But it's not going to come out at the usual time that it usually does, because it usually comes out like an hour before, and so on and so forth, but that's not going to happen this time, just because I believe the only reason that the engines exploded was because I left them out in cooler than usual temperatures for too long, and the engine or the propellant cracked, and it cracked all the way up the engine, and it got to the black powder charge. So when I fired both of those engines, it set off the black powder charge and destroyed itself. So that's what I'm going to be trying to avoid this time, is that happening again. Now, whether that happens again or not is beyond me, because I don't even know if that's the actual reason why. But if it does work on Saturday, then we know that's most likely the reason why. So if it doesn't work on Saturday again, and I brought it out at T-minus 15, then I don't really know. So that is the end of that. I finished soldering on the launch mount. So now, right, I do have to also, okay, I do also have to do one more thing with this. With the soldering iron, I almost forgot about that. I want to try and, as much as I can, close up two of the openings, because I think they're too thick, so they're giving out too much pressure. They're giving out too much water. They could also have been from all of the leaks too, but I'm just gonna try and close up this as much as I can. So yeah, let me try and do that really quickly. With the amount of time that I have left, I probably won't be able to get them too well, but you know, it's worth a shot. Or is it the front ones that I want to do? Yeah, it's the front and back ones. Yeah, this probably won't work, but again, it's worth a shot. My filament order, I did forget to mention, it is coming tomorrow, so I will have that new filament. So ship 3 will finally, or ship 4, I'm sorry, will finally begin production. Booster 5 maybe potentially will start production as well, but mostly ship 4. I'm probably going to be focusing on ship 4 just temporarily. And then as soon as ship 4 is done, I'm going to focus on the booster and ship test stands. So yeah, so in the order that it will be, it's mostly going to be the booster first, because I've already fired 2 ships, one of them of course failing and one of them actually working. But I've already fired 2 ships, so I'm not too worried about the ships. I am worried about the boosters though, and I'm more focused on the boosters. I want to get the boosters done because, well, yes, I fired booster 2 3 times now actually. I still haven't gotten data from that 1/100th scale booster, so that is my goal for this next test run, is to get the booster tested. So I'm going to be focusing on, I'm going to get the ship done, I'm then going to get the booster done, and then as soon as I get I'm sorry, hold on. Let me start over. I'm going to get the booster test stand done. I'm going to get the ship test, or my brain is not working. I'm going to get the ship, I'm going to get the ship done. I'm going to get the booster test stand done after the ship done. And then as soon as the booster test stand is done, then I will start on the ship test stand. And then after the ship static fire stand. Because the booster stand not only will be a booster test static fire stand, but also the launch mount. The ship one will only be static fires, because I'm not going to be launching like high altitude flight tests with ships. We will also be testing the new weir vent, which that I'm excited for. So, let me check my timer. Okay, we're at 17 minutes. That's fine. hose is connected. I'm also going to actually pull out my phone now, which has the actual camera. I was just using this as a placeholder, so this camera will go here, so it can get both the weir vent and the deluge. I think. And it fell. Oops. Okay, so let me actually flip it around like this. There we go. Okay. So let me take a look. So, okay, well, I can already tell that you can't see the actual pad. So let me see here, possibly. So let me take a look. So the weir vent is, yes, okay. You can see the weir vent and you can see the pad. Okay, that is perfect. So let me now bring you back over here. I'm gonna grab this chair too. And yeah, so, all right, let me go get the ship. The ship does not have an engine in it. I did make that clear. Oh, am I not live? I am live. Never mind. I didn't think I was live. Okay. All right. For anyone who's just joining, I am not actually firing the ship today. I'm not actually launching the ship today. This is just a wet dress rehearsal to kind of test all the systems beforehand. So let me go get the ship now because it's T-minus 14:55. Okay, so something I also wanted to stress. I completely forgot about this part. My dog will go away before this. When I go to get the ship, it won't actually be the ship I'm grabbing, it'll be the engine. Because the engine is the only key part that needs to stay inside. It can't stay outside, it has to stay inside where it's warmer. And then once I'm ready, aka T-minus 15, is when I'll actually bring it out, which may be a little late or a little early. So I think I'm actually gonna do it like T-minus 10, maybe T-minus 8. We'll probably do it at T-minus 8, which will give me some time. So, all right, we are at 13, so let me go let my dog inside and we'll clear the range and make sure everything looks good. Okay, just want to make sure that I emphasize this a lot, that we are not firing today. This is just a wet dress rehearsal to test out all the systems. So, we are T-minus 10 minutes. Let me call that in if you haven't seen this yet. I call stuff in my walkie-talkie like I'm actually talking to someone, but I'm literally just talking to my camera, and I'm kind of crazy, but you know what? It's fine. So, we are T-minus 10 minutes away from the scheduled T0 of the wet dress rehearsal. So, we are about to connect the leads. The weather on an actual day, oh, okay, and there goes my phone. So, on an actual day, if this was the actual day we were going to go and static fire for, this would not work. If you can't already tell by the trees, it is kind of windy. It is also kind of cloudy, and I wouldn't do this in rain, nor would I do it in wind, because it would be an actual launch. So, yeah, I am going to run a quick deluge test. I actually just thought about that. I want to make sure that it doesn't, well, actually, there's no engine in there, so I don't really care. So, I can always dry it off, but, alright, we are T-minus 8 minutes around, until the scheduled T0 of the wet dress rehearsal, so, yeah. Oh yeah, and next major event is to connect the leads at T-minus 6:30. So yeah, at T-minus 6 minutes and 30 seconds will be when I go ahead and do that. So and also tell me something I want to know is, do you guys like the drone being so? Okay, let me use my walkie-talkie for this. So the drone for the last couple launches, or the last couple static fires and stuff, have been over in this corner. Would you prefer it be over here since I have the weir vent now, or do you want it like over there, or over here? Like, I would like to know your guys' opinion on where I should put the drone and where I should have the drone be flying, because I like the thought of the drone being over here, where I can kind of monitor and everything, but we have the weir vent now, and I also kind of really want to get that with the drone. So, yeah. So, yeah. Alright, we are T-minus 7 minutes from the scheduled T0. Alright, so we are T-minus 7 minutes from the scheduled T0. The ship is on the pad. I went over this yesterday during the pad deluge test. I'm going to be doing testing all week. It's currently Wednesday, so I have 2 more days worth of tests. I don't know if I'm going to conduct full wet dress rehearsals all 3 days, or if I'm just going to do a wet dress rehearsal today and then maybe just do some deluge testing and just deluge modifications and stuff like that. That's probably what it's going to more likely be in this case. Probably not full wet dress rehearsal. So it is 6:30. So we're T-minus 6 minutes and 30 seconds. So I'm gonna grab the leads. Like I said last time, I did a wet dress rehearsal, or just a rehearsal. These leads will not actually be connected to a igniter, mostly because there is no engine in there right now, nor is there an igniter. The only thing these leads will be connected to is themselves. So I will be sending the current, well, I'm not going to be actually clicking the red button that actually ignites, because the whole point of wet dress rehearsal is you're not supposed to hit the ignition button. So, yeah. We will also be testing out the alarm too. I'm not going to let myself forget that. I forgot that last time, and I'm not going to let myself forget that this time. So, I also don't remember where the launch key is, so I have to go grab that, wherever that is. I think I know where it is, but I have to grab it. Okay, so I have the launch key. I found it. We are T-minus 3 minutes away from the scheduled T, or the simulated T0. I keep saying scheduled. It's simulated T0 because we're not actually going for an actual T0. So again, if you can't see, it is kind of windy. So even if I wanted to, I wasn't going to launch today because it's windy and I don't want to do that when it's windy. So yeah, the pad also, when on launch day, may potentially move a little bit more to the left. So you're seeing it. You're seeing it straight on. It'll probably move from here to probably around here or something, just to kind of mitigate things. So yeah, the alarm will start at T-minus 30. Is when the alarm is going to start, the launch alarm. So yeah. Camera person. All right. So I got the launch controller out of the way so you can't see me. Look at the birds. Beautiful birds. We are T-minus, I really should be saying this in my walkie. We are T-minus 2 minutes until the simulated T0. Please prepare for all the different systems. Also, during that, that countdown, we'll also be doing the deluge system, which I just remembered I have to actually kind of move because, yeah. Alright, we are a minute and 30 seconds. As you can see, I kind of moved the little deluge controller. I know it's in the range a little bit, but that's fine. This is just a wet dress. I'm not worried about anything happening. Again, there is no engine in here. We're not launching today. This is just to test the deluge system. Mostly the deluge system, because I've done a couple of reworks on it. So let me, again, move the launch controller to where the water controller is. We are, I'll say it in just a second. We are T-minus 1 minute. Stand by for thermal. Well, great, the walkie's dead. We are go for wet dress rehearsal. Oh, there's the alarm sound. Water deluge on. High deluge. And then 2, 1. That would be ignition. Hopefully liftoff. And 2. Great. Amazing. Okay. That didn't quite go according to plan. The rear vent, yes, it is literally just an in-ground. Let me actually come over here so you can hear me. The rear vent is just an in-ground, just a little in-ground sprinkler. So let me go fix the rear vent, and then we'll do that deluge from like 30 again. So let's try that. Alright, as soon as I put my launch key in, that will cue the recycle from T minus 30. I will then put the I will then turn on the deluge at T minus 20, and then as soon as the deluge turns on, well, the rear vent will turn on, and then the normal deluge will turn on at T minus 10, probably T minus 5 is when we'll do, no, we'll do T minus 10 will be the deluge startup, and then, yeah, so on forth. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so clearly, all right, so that was pretty good. Clearly by the looks of the deluge, of the pad at least, I still need to do a little bit more modification on that. But other than that, we did it. So, yeah, that is the wet dress rehearsal for today. Let me grab this walkie-talkie so I can turn it off. Yeah, so that was a successful wet dress rehearsal. Let me actually go take out the launch key. I just realized that's still in. Okay, got the launch key. So, yeah, I still have a little bit more work to do on the pad and the deluge system. But we will, I guess I'll have to do either another wet dress rehearsal tomorrow. I'll most likely do more modifications on the deluge system. I will work on the deluge, I will fix it up, I will do a deluge test tomorrow. I will stream that either here or on X, most likely probably on X. And then I'll do another wet dress rehearsal here, which will then test the rest of the systems that need to get done. And then once that happens, then we'll go for launch on Saturday if everything is looking good. If the weather is like it is right now, then we are not going on that day. I can tell you that for a fact. If there's any wind, well, not any wind, but like if there's a significant amount of wind, we will not go on that day. If it's cloudy like this and there's not a whole bunch of wind, we will go. But if it's cloudy like this and it's drizzling and it's windy, or minus the wind part and it's just cloudy and drizzly, we will not go. We will push till Saturday or till Sunday, because I'll have another opportunity on Sunday. So, with that being said, thank you guys for watching this stream for the wet dress rehearsal. My name is Matthew from Matthew the